As we say goodbye to 2024 and reflect on all the positive, there's always room to improve. Parenting author Julie Cole joins us now with some New Year's resolutions, but for parents.
For parents.
Yes. Okay, so let's get into the first one that you have.
Yes, it is give more chores.
Okay.
Yes, and I'll tell you why. A new study's come out. Actually, it was a 75-year study from Harvard.
Wow.
And there was also another study done with 10,000 children. And the results are in, folks. Chores are very good for kids. It's good for them academically. It's good for them emotionally. It's good for them socially.
Okay.
And interestingly, we see a decrease in chores these days. So when I was a kiddo, 80% of kids were doing chores. And now only 30% are. And yeah. And
Do you know why that is?
Yeah, well, it's problematic because we know all the evidence is telling us chores are good. But I'll tell you why it is. A couple of reasons. Kids are very programmed now. So they're very busy going to all their activities.
Yeah, busy.
They also, parents are more into sort of resume building for kids. So, you know, the rep hockey will be better, but interestingly, actually, the chores are better.
Well, yeah, it kind of builds that, you know, the I guess, pride and the, you know, getting that kind of reward.
And teamwork,
and
absolutely.
The dishes and the bed.
Right, and we're seeing that this is making them better. Group projects at work, at school, they're better roommates at college, they're more cooperative. So there's a lot of stuff that translates professionally as well. But I think also parents aren't doing it because they're too nice, you know, they think it's punishment, and we need to make sure if you want to encourage your kids to do chores, don't treat it as punishment.
Yeah.
And role model, like, hey, like, look, nobody's going to love scrubbing the floors, but put on the tunes, make it a thing, and role model that, hey, it's just one of those things that have to get done.
You got to do it.
And don't tie allowance to it. If you want to give allowance, that's great, because they do have to manage money, but don't tie it to chores.
Okay, that's a good tip. Okay, so moving on to the next tip that you have, or the resolution, is talking about embracing natural consequences. What is that?
So natural consequences are actually the consequences that happen as a direct result of the behavior and is not imposed or interfered with by parents.
Okay,
so
give us a quick example of that.
Yeah, so a few examples would be, so your 12-year-old doesn't want to wear a coat to school. And so instead of being the nagging dragon and being like, you must wear your coat, you'll get cold, you'll catch your death, let them.
Let them wear it.
Let them be cold, and then nature will take care of that. Or, you know, if your child is mean to a kiddo at school, the natural consequences, they might not get invited to their birthday party. Rather than fixing that, be like, hey, dude, next time you might want to be kinder with your words if you want to get invited to the. So it is just letting the natural things that happen
just transpire.
Exactly. And parents might be, oh, you know, my kid will never get up for school in time. Well, are you driving them to school?
That's true.
You know,
and that's going to be the natural consequence of being late.
Yeah,
we want to get to all your resolutions.
Let's do it.
But real quick, if we want to just list off those last two, because we have to wrap up.
Let's do it. Okay. So the next one is try not to do the problem solving for your kids. Your New Year's resolution is let kids solve their own problems, because today's problem solvers are tomorrow's leaders. Okay. So we want them to practice now so that when they're big, they can do the big stuff later. And the last one is let's give up that parent guilt. Let's give up that mom guilt, because it's useless. It lives rent-free in your brain.
Just get rid of it.
And just get rid of it.
Let it go for 2025.
And model apologizing, because then there's no shame in your game. If you make a mistake, you say sorry to your kiddos.
Thanks so much, Julie, for those tips,
Absolutely.
those resolutions. We have all those up on our website at chch.com. Stay with us.